All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:05 on Tuesday, January the 6th, 2026. This is our first ever live stream for Loud and Clear Pictures and our first ever Academy live stream. And since we are the month of January in Fantasy Pro Wrestling, because technically the Academy is part of Fantasy Pro Wrestling, it is All Women's Wrestling Month. So throughout January, you will be getting All Women's Wrestling. And to start off the new year, to ring in the new year, we are going to determine a number one contender for the NCWA Women's World Championship. 28 dazzling divas or ladies, including the reigning champion, Layla Wilde. And again, this is for the number one contender spot, not for the championship. So I'm going to be going on silence for a little bit. So I have to eat. I haven't had supper yet. And at the same time, I'm going to be sending a link to you, the viewers watching perhaps all over the world. So until then, folks, enjoy the program. And you'll be hearing from me, Johnny Valdeganoush, and hopefully Rick Rocker as my broadcast partner. No!
Count two.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with your indulgence, I sincerely apologize for the near half hour zero commentary, but I had to have supper to gain energy for this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Loud and Clear Pictures. Wow! Angela Dobby with a fireball busting up the face of Kelly Cotrillo, ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, count 2.
And as a reminder, this is a #1 contenders all women's gauntlet match, representing the New Class Wrestling Academy, the school that brings in all the fine folks of fantasy pro wrestling. This is the place, this is the factory, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to call it that. Before we go any further, for those who are brand new to this channel, welcome to Loud and Clear Pictures. My name is Johnny Baba Ganoush. I am the host. I am the voice of NCWA, FPW, and the newest addition to the family of the Fantasy E-Fed, NGPW, which stands for Next Generation Pro Wrestling. And there she be, the Academy's women's champion, Layla Wild. I am very surprised that Angela Dobby, who was the first entrant here in our program, is still in this match. I'm impressed by Angela. Oh, nice kick to the face. Now, for this match, and this is only going to be this match, there will not be anything else in this program. Once we receive a winner, we will know. And in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen, on January the 20th, just 5 short days before our January traditional Ladies Wrestling Federation event, Catfight, Layla Wild, the current reigning women's world champion, will meet the winner of this matchup. I can tell you right now, there ain't no way Layla Wild is gonna win this match. So why is she in this match in the first place? Simple. Layla Wild deserves to be in the ring with these lovely ladies. Layla also is trying to garner her reputation as women's world champion here in the Academy. And now the leaderboard, the scoreboard, if you will. Layla only has a few points, whereas Cassandra, former champion, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind ya, alright? Cassandra was once champ. She's got the highest score in the leaderboard in the Women's Academy, in the women's dorm, if you want to call it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that! Layla on Kelly. That beautiful maneuver right there, I call it the Owen Hart. And remember, there is no over-the-top rope for eliminations. The only way to eliminate somebody is by pinfall or submission. Oh, nice pinning combination there by Kelly Catrillo. Only gets a 2. Mia Gothica continues. Oh. That powerful clothesline has allowed Kelly to perform a half Nelson release suplex, and that is it. Angela Dobby, who drew number 1, is eliminated. El Virtuoso, who just came from a tremendous victory with Jumpin' Jay Stevens at NGPW's New Year, competing against John Morrison, aka Johnny Nitro, aka Johnny TV, aka Johnny Impact, and his wife Taya Valkyrie. Tremendous matchup, folks. And if you haven't seen it already, don't worry, because it is still on this YouTube channel. Just check out our catalog, ladies and gentlemen. We have quite the selection for you devoted fans, the subscribers. Open up a new tab if you want to and check it out. NGPW New Year. Almost got a victory there from Kelly onto El Virtuoso. Mia drew at number 5. She is right now she is the longest enduring superstar. Kudos though to Angela Dobby. He will definitely be worth watching as our new year proceeds. It's 2026 now. Will represent the year for bright new stars. In fact, every year is like this, but now that we're in 2026, now that we are today, it is safe to assume that 2026 will be a golden year for the next superstars, the next generation of fantasy pro wrestling. And maybe even the next generation of next generation pro wrestling. Which, by the way, that is found, that is on the WWE 2K25 outlets. We're not quite sure about 2K26, as there is a lot of replay value for 2K25. That's it for Mia getting her ass kicked by Kelly Catrillo. Up aboard the Ho train is Ho. Don't really know what her name is. We just know her name is Ho. And she's wrestling in high heels. I don't think that's good for your ankles. And that's it for El Virtuoso, courtesy of the Women's World Champion, Layla Wild. And this train is choo-chooing its way to the next competitor, which is Ho. We've got two Hoes. Kelly Catrillo and the Women's World Champion, Layla Wild. There is no time limit, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for our all-women's gauntlet. So this match will continue until one lucky lady, stands in the center of the ring with their arms up in the air. Who will it be? We do understand that Cassandra is the 28th and final competitor, which means she's got a good advantage of winning this match. Should she win? Well, folks, we're going to have a major clash between Layla and Cassandra on January 20th. Kelly Cotrillo and the women's world champion Layla Wild are still in the game. This is Deborah, as in Deborah McMichael, or the wife of Stone Cold Steve Austin. 19 competitors remain, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Deborah's gonna steal the victory in this one here. 1, 2, and that is it. Deborah steals Hose's victory. Kelly is out of here, and here comes Drea Mitchell. So far, and at this point, Layla is definitely the longest reigning athlete in this gauntlet. What a matchup it has been thus far, folks. 44 minutes in with 18 combatants left. And these ladies are machines. I'm telling you. Oh! And there goes Deborah. Deborah McMichael is out of here, and now here comes Harley Davidson. It's times like this I wish we had more than just one referee. I mean, in case we have double pins or even a double submission, how does that work? Only one will be counted for and the other will be canceled. That's not fair now, is it? Wow. I think that was a straight up kick out before that was canceled. The firecracker, Leah Sparks. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be enough? Will the champion? Oh! The count of 2. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is an all-women's wrestling month. It has been a tradition now for Fantasy Pro Wrestling. Of course, we run Clear Pictures YouTube channel since 2022. If memory serves me correctly, as of January 2022, we have been doing all women's wrestling. now we're entering our 5th year. And folks, with your support, with your subscription, you are helping myself, which I greatly appreciate. You're also helping the Loud and Clear Pictures YouTube channel. It has been in existence since 2010. It'll be 16 years. Actually, it's already been 15 years. Going on 16. And I'm telling you fine folks make this channel possible. Big back body drop. Ho! Had a chance to do her finisher. Now Layla snugging, making that head snug. Oh, big sit out powerbomb, a beast load bomb. That could have been it. Layla Sparks is in trouble, but she kicks out from Harley Davidson's pin. And Layla kicks out at 2. I wonder who will actually eliminate Layla Wilde, or will she go for it all? Oh, that looked painful. Harley Davidson double foot stomp on the back of Ho. Now Harley setting up Ho. Booty shaking Hurricanrana. And that is it. And that is it for Layla. Or Leia, excuse me, Leia. Not Layla, but Leia. Make a wish. Hailing from the future. But also hailing from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Oh! Oh! Almost a count of 3. Harley Davidson is getting closer and closer. Oh! And the fresh Rebecca Goodman. But also the fresh Fentel. Look at this. Listen to this crowd. Listen to the pop of this amazing crowd. I'm still waiting for Rick Rocker to show up. We've been having some really lovely days, but recently it's been snowing hard again. Definitely had a white Christmas this year. For 2025. Wait, there's that snug beast load powerbomb on Rebecca Goodman. 2, no! Becca Goodman fights back. But Becca isn't looking so good. Unless she fights, unless she tries to use her taunting to not only get with the crowd, but to get her vitality back. Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing from Rick Rocker now via message, text message, excuse me. He will be here in 5 minutes. And we're almost entering our first hour of our live stream. And remember, this is all for the opportunity at Layla Wilds' Women's World Championship. Almost a count of 3. Becca Goodman is not looking good. I mean, she's fighting. She is scratching. She is crawling. But she is not. But Becca Good is not looking good. All it takes is for one move. And it's all over for Goodman. Oh, there's that snug Bower Pond. The snug beast load. And it was not enough. Not enough. The future is not ready to lose. Double pin. Just imagine these 4 continue. We still have 14 more competitors remaining. Oh, Becca! There you caught the rope. You are very thankful, young lady, to reach for the ropes. That's a difference maker right there. My Lord. My goodness, Layla Wild, the champion, the ladies world champion, fighting a damn good fight this evening. Big back suplex on Tracy Tamarind, who just made her way into the Gauntlet. Yeah, grab a microphone. Go ahead. Yeah, it's plugged in. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? They can hear you loud and clear there, Rick. Loud and Clear Pictures presents the All-Women's Wrestling Gauntlet. My goodness, folks, I do sincerely apologize for the tardiness of my appearance here for the New Class Wrestling Academy. And it's been by far too long since the last time I've been on the air. And Harley Davidson, I guess, was the one to do it. She was the one to defeat Layla Wilde, Women's World Champion. And here comes the lovely, legendary Lita. So at this point now, folks, Layla Wilde will not be returning anytime soon, for she has to head back to the women's locker room. She'll have to sit back and wait to see who is going to be the #1 contender for that championship belt. And from my understanding, from talking to the boys and the girl backstage, winner of this match meets the champion on January the 20th. That is correct, Rick, 100%. January the 20th, ladies and gentlemen, our next Academy show. And next week, January 13th, we will have our first NGPW event or show, and it will be an all-women's wrestling debacle. We have had a hell of a turnout for these ladies right now tonight. Hands off goes to Angela Dobby, Kelly Catrillo, Layla Wilde, and now at this point, Harley Davidson. These ladies have been lasting a heck of a long time. We're going to have to pay more attention to these girls. Stalling brainbuster from Harley Davidson to Sentinel, but Sentinel is still in this ring. Oh, I saw that. Tracy just drops Lita as if it was like a power bomb like maneuver. It's actually quite interesting what a few steps back can do to a move. I mean, it can completely change the course of one's strategy as well, psyching them out. Oh, nice moonsault from Lita. Now, we've had quite a few names. Terry Runnels, former wife of Goldust, a.k.a. Dustin Rhodes. It's amazing. The brother of the current WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. We had Jacqueline. We had Two Hoes. You do understand that we're going to be having also Trish Stratus, but she hasn't made her way in the ring yet. No, she is coming up. We also have Ivory. We have the Cat. I don't know if many people remember her, but the Cat is also in our program tonight. Tracy, Central are building up their spirit meter for some big moves. Oh! Kamehameha! Central might be able to eliminate Harley Davidson. Wait.
1, 2, 3.
Wait. Tracy took the victory away. Lita is gone. X-Pac's former main squeeze. It's amazing to see some of these legendary ladies in this matchup here. Kind of reminds me of the very first Women's Royal Rumble in the WWE back in 2018. Yeah, wait. Never mind. I was just gonna say Harley outlasted Leia Sparks, Rebecca Mitchell, Sento, which is not true, but she's also outlasted Lita. Now here comes Julia Sanders, Director of Authority for Ladies Wrestling Federation. Also employed by Fantasy Pro Wrestling. So as far as I'm concerned, folks, you've got Aki Woman left, Trish Stratus, Ivory, Carolina Rodriguez, the Cat, and Cassandra. If memory serves me correctly. Thanks again, folks, for your support for Fantasy Pro Wrestling, the New Class Wrestling Academy, and the newest member of our Fantasy eFed NGPW. That's some classic Rey Mysterio there we just saw from Central. Nice! Julia Sanders cartwheels off, but gets kicked in the face, in the forehead. Oh! Beautiful spear by Sentinel to Julia Sanders. Sentinel, she's not wise. She's gonna waste her opportunity. She's gonna waste her special. Julia Sanders is now officially in the danger zone. She is susceptible to now be the next one to be eliminated. And it's not by over the top rope. It could be by pinfall or submission. We have not received any submission victories or defeats yet. Mostly it's all been done via pinfall. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have 6 wrestlers remaining. The 4 here and 6 in the back. This could be our first submission victory. Central needs to reach the ropes or she's not going to succeed. As far as I know, there have been no submission victories. Nobody wants to be the first to submit. Would you? Absolutely not. But then again, everybody has their limitations. There's a line that has to be drawn. Oh, Maestro here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Julia Sanders. By the way, still new to the wrestling world here, as she is mostly in the admin. She's one of the promoters for Fantasy Pro Wrestling, running the Ladies Wrestling Federation, formerly known as Ladies Championship Wrestling. Oh, please don't give up. Don't give up, Julie, not like this. Getting pinned is one thing, but to be the first one to submit. Tracy Tamarin, that goes for you too. There's a cover. There's the count. No, there's the kick out. Tori continues. Double team Bower Palm. Well, that's a very good way to win a match. Double team, and here comes Aki Umar. Well, Tori did a fantastic job as far as I'm concerned. Holy crap! Tracy went over the top rope. Thankfully did not land on the wrong side. And thankfully she landed correctly. Scoop slam and a suplex. No rope break. Oh my lord. Sentinel survives. Oh, there goes Central. Oh, that's Trish. We are running out of wrestlers, folks. We have 3 more superstars remaining in this match. And of course, Cassandra being the last participant, and that is due to her points. She's got 24 points right now since the beginning of this scoreboard thing, which began, well, definitely over a year ago now at this point, since 2024. And that includes, by the way, the victories from the round robin tournaments, the league challenges that we were doing also in 2024. 2 years ago. Already, eh? 2 years ago. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to adjust the monitor. There we go. Just because anything else. Well, now at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking forward to seeing who is going to be competing with Cassandra now that we know she is the 28th and final participant. Tracy survives. No one, knock on wood, nobody has been forced to submit. So what do you think, Johnny, about this predicament? Cassandra has the opportunity to compete against the women's world champion here in the academy. Cassandra may not only get to win this match, but she might also get to win the championship. Well, hold on a sec there, Rick. We're not there yet. We don't know if Cassandra will win. What we do know is that there's other stars, including the ones in this ring right now. Tracy Tamarin is out of here courtesy of Julia Sanders. Our next opponent, Ivory, a former WWF superstar, a legend in the wrestling world. We also got a wild card in this gauntlet in Carolina Rodriguez, or now known as Carolina Corazon. Did you just see that tope suicida from Julia Sanders? My goodness, that is very dangerous, and that was very brainless for what Julia did. She didn't have to perform such a high-risk maneuver that could have caused a serious concussion. Absolutely, high risk, high reward. Hopefully this does not hinder Julia's chances of winning this match. Imagine, Rick, the director of authority for this, for the ladies wrestling, not only for Fantasy Pro Wrestling, but also the Academy too. Julia runs all of this. And imagine, Julia survives. Julia makes it to the very end and happens to be the last lady standing in the ring. If Julia wins this match, she will meet Layla Wild for that championship belt on Jan 20th. At this point, folks, anything can happen. Aki Williams already gone. Oh, that sounds like it's Carolina Corazon. In this case here, going by Rodriguez as opposed to Corazon. And our last two superstars, the Cat. Not Ernest Miller, but the Cat. And former champion, as we mentioned, Cassandra. Double underhook face jam from Julia Sanders to Trish Stratus, who's in the danger. And that is it. These ladies are dropping like flies. Bring it on. Here comes the Cat. Oh. All right, at this point in the game now, ladies and gentlemen, Julia Sanders is definitely one of the longest reigning ones. So we had Dobby, Kelly, Layla, Harley, Sentinel, yeah, and now Julia Sanders. That's totally a rope break, by the way. And Rick, you've missed the majority of this live stream. Well, for goodness sakes, Johnny, I was stuck in traffic. I had to grab a bite to eat. I had to find parking. It's not easy finding my way over here each and every single week. One of the reasons why I haven't been commentating on anything. The Academy, NGPW, and of course, Fantasy Pro Wrestling. Giant swing from Ivory. That can make anybody woozy. That'll make both parties woozy. The last competitor, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up right after the next pinfall or submission, if we get there. Well, let me just come out and say this. I think that Cassandra is going to win this thing and that she's going to beat Layla Wild for that championship belt. Only because Cassandra has the in-ring experience. She is the most experienced one out of each and every of these lovely ladies representing the future of the Ladies Wrestling Federation. All right, Rick, you know what? I'll make this interesting. You think Cassandra's going to win. All right. I bet you it's going to be Carolina Corazon who is going to win this. Right here in the ring right now, Carolina has a good chance. So my money goes on her. If Carolina wins, you give me half your paycheck. You must be shrinking. There is no way I'm ever going to bet half of my salary or my paycheck on a bet like this. Well, take it or leave it. I'm not taking your bet there, Johnny. There's no way, no how. Why? Are you afraid you're going to lose your bet? Shut up, Rick. You have been blabbing about Cassandra winning this gauntlet, but also defeating Layla Wild, the very same Layla Wild that has been newly crowned Academy's Women's World Champion. You're boasting this on the World Wide Web. You're boasting this on the YouTube channel, and you don't want to accept my wager? $5. I am willing to bet $5 on this. $5. Cassandra is going to win this thing, and if you lose, and I win, Johnny, you owe me $5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our last opponent in the Cassandra. You're on, Rick. $5 on the line. $5 goes to either Carolina or Cassandra. Right here on the New Class Wrestling Academy. Ivory is still in the game, even though she is in the deal. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the final four. Julia Sanders did an outstanding job, an outstanding performance next to Dobby, Harley Davidson, of course, Layla Wild, the champion herself. Just a fantastic show, ladies and gentlemen. And the cat almost gets her comeuppance. Winding up that arm, smashing it. The final four. $5 on the line, but also a number one contender spot is open. It is now available to these four ladies. Well, soon to be three if this keeps up. This is the final four. As you can see on the top middle of your screen, where it says 004, that is the remaining ones. This has been a very entertaining program, ladies and gentlemen. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I know I've been busy. I know I've been quiet. But I mean, the stream is going on. These athletes are the main focus. Keep your eye on these ladies. And as far as these ladies goes, keep your eye on the prize. And the prize is the NCWA Women's World Championship. The Academy's Women's Championship. Layla Wild is our current champion. Cassandra is the former Women's World Champion. The Cat and Ivory, two of the default divas of the WWF, or at least in the WWF No Mercy, have their specials locked and loaded. Ivory now has the giant swing. Or wait. I'm confused what just happened. Well, Carolina Corazon is not looking too well, and neither is Cassandra. For that matter, we could actually lose our bets. Well, if we lose our bets, the deal is off. It has to be one or the other, either Carolina or Cassandra. Should Ivory win it or the Cat win it? Hey, this will be very interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Oh, wait. There we go. Rope break. This late in the game. Cassandra and Carolina are not looking good. This isn't looking good at all. Oh! Everest German suplex. We haven't seen that in a very long time. Cassandra, no! Cassandra kicks out. Carolina reaches the rope break. We are drawing near, ladies and gentlemen, to the very end. Oh! 2 counts. This is very explosive. This is absolutely intense. Another near fall. It's just near fall for near fall in the final 4 in our all-women's wrestling gauntlet. And the Cat trying to get the advantage, and it looks like she's going to get this. Cassandra's in deep waters. Oh, the knee strike, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. Cassandra has been eliminated, and now the odds are not looking good. Almost at count of 3. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, Cassandra is eliminated, the highest scored individual, the final participant too. She was the final one in this, and she's out. My $5 is still technically in the balance. It could be null and void if Carolina loses. That's right. That's right. In fact, if Carolina's eliminated right here in this spot, or maybe even the last spot, nothing happens. But so far, that $5 bill you got, Rick, is technically in my pocket. See that it does. See that it does. This match is not over yet. Almost a count of 3. Ivory remains. The cat remains. And Carolina just used up her special. Oh. The cat's about to get her special. It's almost locked in. There it is. Blow them kisses. 2 count. Back away. Big knee strike. All the cat had to do was cover Ivory, and that would have been it. Oh! With heels. Why on earth would you wrestle with heels? You're going to break your ankles. Tell me if I'm wrong, ladies. Post your comments down in the comments section. Would you break an ankle if you were to wrestle in heels? And that's why there's wrestling shoes or wrestling boots. Yeah, but the cat's not wearing any wrestling shoes nor boots. Ivory's got it down. Ivory makes sense. She's actually wearing wrestling shoes. Carolina has wrestling boots on. And for added comfort and protection, kick pads too. Carolina now dragging Ivory to the middle of the ring. Just hearing bells. Oh, both Ivory and Cat had the same idea. Now Carolina, wait. Oh, diving elbow, but completely missed. And now Ivory with her special opportunity. Wait, the Cat interferes. Giant swing. Carolina's gonna steal this. She's gonna steal this. No! The Cat is still in this bitch. This is absolutely outstanding. I could have sworn the Cat was gonna be eliminated. We're still in this. The final 3 competitors. Only one can win this thing. Only one can compete for said championship. Absolutely, there's no time limit. That's the thing. This match can go on another hour and the clock will continue. The only way is for one person to remain in this ring. Carolina, the Cat, and Ivory are examples. And right now, Ivory is the longest in this situation. Ivory is the longest endured wrestler to close out our all-women's gauntlet right here on YouTube, folks. Hey! Cassandra's still on the outside. This can happen. Oh, military slam. What on earth? Sleeper. Sleeper of the cat reaches the ropes. Of course she would. Gourd buster or gut wrench. Showing some attitude there from the cat. Well, Carolina's not looking too good, folks. Yeah. Now the cat. With her special weight. Abdominal stretch away from the ring ropes. Could it be? Will it be? No. Ivory does not forfeit. Nobody has forfeited in this matchup. Wait a second. Big knee strike from the cat, and Ivory was twitching. She was gonna twitch. It might have been a losing it, quote unquote, losing it opportunity. Get out of there, Carolina. Get out of there. Wow, the speed. The reaction, that quick time reflex right there, folks. At this point, your reflexes better be top notch. Considering the fact we're down to the last three. Look at this, Cassandra pulling the leg of Carolina, only to bring her back in the ring. What was the point of that? Well, I am no whiz, but I think that Cassandra did this just to piss off Carolina because Cassandra got herself eliminated. She is not going to be competing for the Ladies World Championship. In 2 weeks, what will Cassandra do? In 2 weeks, if she were to have a match, who on earth would she wrestle? And that's what's going on the mind of Cassandra. So technically, Cassandra pulling the leg of Carolina was a smart move to disorient Carolina, to make a shift, some kind of rift in her performance, this matchup here. Another near fall. The cat continues to strive, to scratch, to claw, to reach the #1 contender spot for the Academy's Women's World Championship. Another 2 count. You can see it right here, ladies and gentlemen, that Carolina wants to win. We are slowly reaching the 2-hour mark. It's kind of strange, but why weren't we able to put 30 men or 30 superstars in this? I don't know. It literally jumps from 28 to 32. I don't know. Ivory now on the outside floor, completely crocked, as you can see. Holy moly! The action is now being spilled on the outside floor. The heels digging into the body of Carolina. I don't know how on earth you can ever be able to perform better in this match. So look at this. But yeah, I don't know. He goes from 28 to 32. Don't ask me why, but we have just about enough of the women talent and more. Don't forget, we saw Ho 1 and Ho 2. You're seeing Ivory and the Cat, who don't even wrestle for the Academy. And here they are, making a name trying to be the next contender for Layla Wilds' championship. Another 2 count, and the cat has a special locked and loaded.
1, 2, count 2.
A standard scoop slam from Carolina did not get the job done. Oh. You can see on the right-hand side, Cassandra is antsy. She wants to get in this matchup, backslide. And those ropes, those trusty ropes, save the day. And Ivory can still be able to wrestle and gain the opportunity for a championship gold come Jan 20. Also, ladies and gentlemen, January 25th is LWF and Amici Program Catfight 2026. Cannot believe we're on our 12th. We're on our 12th Catfight event. Geez, series of knees. Is this it? Is this it? 2 count. Carolina is still going. The corazon of Carolina is still beating. For those of you who don't know what corazon is, it's Spanish for heart. Just a little fun fact. For those of you who don't know what corazon means. Thank you. Oh, schoolgirl, no rope break, and another near fall. We might actually reach 2 hours. 2 hours of this epic all women's wrestling gauntlet. And just by looking at their stamina meters, these ladies have found themselves at an equal footing. But wait. At any moment, any given moment, a finisher could actually do it. And Ivory is the closest one to it. I could be mistaken now. It might be Carolina. Oh. Wait. Another near fall. Ivory does not get a back elbow. Knife edge chop. Oh, you're not going to get it now. You will not. Carolina will not be able to do her finisher. Oh, wait. Double team atomic drop. Sleeper. No, the ropes. We might actually get a submission victory at the end. If and when we get to the final 2. Oh. Ivory now with her special. No! Carolina survives, but the cat gets the giant swing. Oh! Pin. What are you waiting for? Well, it's a very exhausting match, Johnny. These ladies have been fighting for a good Lord, at least 20, 30 minutes. I would say about 20 minutes. It being the longest performance now for these three. Almost a count of three. Almost. And Ivory now. She's got momentum. What on earth? Ivory broke up the pin. There was no need. If anything, it would benefit in the long term. Don't forget, only one of the three. This is not a triple threat match. It's elimination style. Jeez. That was ever so close. I was even paying attention to Carolina's stamina meter. Sleeper. Sleeper. Can this be? Will it be? Holy shit! The first submission. It is now down to Carolina and Ivory. We are now down to the last two. The winner gets a shot at championship gold. Sleeper, no. The ropes. The rope breaks the hold. A pinning opportunity. No. Shakes a laugh. You can totally see it right here, folks. If you're seeing what we're seeing Carolina trying to win championship gold. She might just make it, Rick. She might actually make it. Top rope shenanigans. Oh my Lord. This is it. It's all over. 2, 3. Oh my God, look at this. Absolutely sick. Absolutely dangerous. Well, I was telling the folks about these top rope shenanigans. This is top rope tomfoolery. I mean, why would you do this to yourself? The well-being of your own partner, your own co-worker in this case scenario. As this crowd pops, as I begin to lose my voice, how ironic. For half of this live stream, I barely spoke. And now I'm losing my voice from this excitement. And you folks can tune in each and every week on this excitement, whether you're watching Fantasy Pro Wrestling, whether you're watching NGPW, or if you're watching this, the new class, Wrestling Academy, NCWA. And you're watching the women's department at its best. Well, this means, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to get ourselves a guaranteed championship match at the tail end of our next live stream. Carolina Rodriguez versus versus Layla Wow for the Academy's World Wrestling or Women's Wrestling Championship. We're going to see that one more time. By the way, there's some action on the outside floor. Cassandra brawling with a cat. Just one more time, folks. A super brain buster from, or a brainbuster from the top rope, but a super brainbuster. Carolina covers Ivory for the count. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the final moments. And you can see on the screen, on this grid, I'll tell you right now, I'm looking at the submissions. Only one, just one submission victory, and that was actually from Carolina. Impressive gauntlet match here, folks. We had one for Christmas, and that was our last Academy's live stream. And now tonight we got to see an all-ladies gauntlet for the second year. You can watch the very first if you wish on this channel. You can look up on our videos or on the lab section. It's all available for you, for your viewing pleasure. My name, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, is Rick Rocker. I was once a backstage correspondent. I still perform those kinds of duties time and time again, but I try to make my voice out there for the viewers at home. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you all a very wonderful evening. Stay safe on the roads if you are commuting, and you'll hear from me probably at NGPW next week, January the 13th. And of course, January the 20th, you'll see me, or you'll hear from me, Rick Rocker, possibly doing some play-by-play commentary for the Women's World Championship. Take it away, Johnny. I'm out. See you, folks. Thank you very much there, Rick. Yes, so next week, ladies and gentlemen, January the 13th, there will be an NGPW program. There will also be on January 20th our next Academy stream. But also on January 25th, mark it down if you haven't done so already, we will have the 12th catfight event live streamed from beautiful and snowy Gatineau Park, Quebec. And our main event, signed, sealed, and will be delivered on the 25th. Maddie Ziegler defending the championship against Jersey Jackson, the one that did defeat and dethroned Maddie Ziegler from the first championship, her first championship reign. It's all ahead, ladies and gentlemen, this month, as Fantasy Pro Wrestling, as Loud and Clear Pictures presents an all-women's wrestling month. There's a whole lot more action, folks. Where this is coming from, and we're going to keep you all posted. We're going to hear from, we're going to see you all. Hopefully you will join us for our first ever NGPW show of the year, but also an all-ladies NGPW show. First time ever, ladies and gentlemen. That's happening next Tuesday right here on the Loud and Clear Pictures. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Johnny Baba Ganoush, the host and the voice of Fantasy Pro Wrestling, telling you all to get your pets spayed or neutered, help control the pet population, but above all else, get yourselves spayed or neutered and help control the human population. Thank you very much for the viewers watching. Thank you for all the participants, the first aid responders who had checked out on each and every of these lovely ladies. And continue supporting Loud and Clear Pictures. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out.